Right now at 6, the Jasper County Sheriff's Office hosts a Community Safety Day.
And we've got some scattered showers and thunderstorms out there this morning. More of them on the way. We'll have a look at that forecast, get you out the door coming up.
Plus, we'll see why consumers were projected to spend record amounts for Mother's Day this year.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Elise Noe.
And I'm Chris Warner. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend, great Mother's Day
Yes,
out there. I know you went to go see your mom.
Yes, I got to see my mom, so it was super special. She came down from Minnesota and was traveling, so it was great to see her, and I'm sure it was great to spend it with your wife as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I made her some breakfast in bed. Maybe not the best breakfast in the world, but I certainly gave it my best shot. There's reasons I'm not allowed to cook. We won't go into all that. But we do have more scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. Now, the good news is we could see, this is not good news. Let me start over here. We could see a strong storm or two today, but the good news, here's the good news portion. Severe threat is extraordinarily low, that's the great news. The last thing we need is more severe weather across the area. Let's start with a look at the Skywatch storm tracker. And there you can see some scattered showers across southeastern Kansas, back into northeastern Oklahoma, and just outside of Washington County, you see a lot more lightning. Got a few more thunderstorms getting going out of Oklahoma, rolling up our way as we head through the morning. So here's a check on those showers. We got a few showers on the leading edge of this, starting to get into parts of Jasper and Barton counties. Showers in Columbus, Pittsburgh, Fort Scott, up just outside of Mound City. And then we've got more showers and storms back across northeastern Oklahoma. Every county in our area getting some kind of precipitation. Some heavier rain outside of Jay. Miami, you've got some heavier rain coming in. Veneta just to your north and west. And the water, you got a little bit of a pause. More showers and storms on the way. And then we've got this line of showers and storms. Now, there have been a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings with this activity this morning. Nothing active now, nor is that likely. But a couple of stronger storms will be possible with this activity as it continues to lift off to the north and east. But again, the overall severe threat today is very low, which is good news because again, we do not need any more severe weather at this time. Temperatures around the region, 59 in Iola and Independence, a couple of the cooler spots out there. Otherwise, low to mid 60s as we get our day underway. Kids getting on the bus, a few more of those scattered showers and storms out there, about 62, south breeze 5 to 10 miles an hour. And when that bus brings them back home, 70, more scattered storms, southwest breeze 5 to 10. Because these are scattered storms, some of you may end up being a little warmer than your neighbors. Some of you may be a little cooler than your neighbors, depending on what kind of breaks you get and if you get any sunshine in there. On the average, though, we're looking at highs upper 60s, low 70s. Scattered storms through the day. We'll have a southwest breeze at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. We'll talk about how long these thunderstorms are going to last and about our next chances for rain and storms here in that full forecast a little later. Elise?
All right, we'll see you soon, Chris. Well, the Jasper County Sheriff's Office held a Community Safety Day Saturday. The event was free of charge to the public and offered food for families as well as several activities for kids, including face painting and a bounce house. There was also a SWAT and canine demonstration.
They get to learn about the fact that, us in law enforcement, we're here to help them, that we're helpers in the community, and encourage them to take roles of responsibility within the community as well.
Saturday's event was held from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Duquesne Police Department held a presentation Saturday for community members. The intention was to educate citizens on how they can help keep communities safe and prevent future crimes, and to gain a better understanding of what the police department does and why they do it.
So if they can know and understand what type of information that we're needing to be able to solve those crimes or identify these people, the more they know ahead of that, the more that they can kind of help recognize and collect that information ahead of time for us.
The police department also offered firearm locks to those who attended. Did you find the perfect gift for mom? The National Retail Federation projects consumers to spend a near record-breaking $33.5 billion for Mother's Day this year. KOAM's Samantha Walker has more.
With Mother's Day, one of the most important things is finding that perfect gift for your loved ones. With consumers projected to spend record amounts this year, it's one of the busiest times for many stores.
Generally, they're lined up whenever we get ready to open. On that Saturday, we'll generally serve between 3,000 and 4,000 customers, and then on the short amount of time on a Sunday that we're open, it'll be at least 2,000 people.
One busy local store is the Joplin Greenhouse and Coffee Shop, who sells various plants and flowers. A report from the National Retail Federation shows flowers being the most popular gift, with 74% of consumers buying them for the holiday.
It's always colorful, they're always hydrated, they're always just full of bloom.
Local store owners say the holiday shopping is a great help to their business during this time of the year, usually not seeing this type of boost outside of the Christmas or Valentine's Day season.
That's kind of our Christmas, is Mother's Day weekend. Since we don't do a lot of stuff at Christmas time, I mean, that's when we have our, so to speak, Black Friday.
And many customers say they are happy to help support a local business while looking for the perfect gift for a very special person in their life.
I just think it's important to support the community that you're in and be supportive of people trying to do what their passion is and, withhold their business in the city and make it a better place. And I think it's important to support that and be there for them.
Reporting in Joplin, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
The National Retail Federation projects consumers to break another record this year, spending an average of more than $274 per person. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes coming up on the KOAM Morning News. Some school districts around the country are facing budget shortfalls and falling enrollment. Plus, former President Donald Trump is due back into the courtroom after hitting the campaign trail over the weekend. And Chris Warner returns with another look at your Monday forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. Topping Nation Watch this morning, some school districts around the country are facing budget shortfalls and falling enrollment. That's expected to result in major teacher and staff layoffs in the coming academic year. Part of the problem, monies provided to the school districts from the federal government during the pandemic are ending. The money must be spent by the end of September, and that means some school districts will have a budget hole. And it comes as enrollment figures are dropping and inflation remains a problem. The school district in Arlington, Texas plans to cut 275 positions at the end of this school year. The Biden administration moved Friday to terminate a decades-old agreement, one that governs conditions for migrant children in the United States custody. The 1997 Flores settlement, as it's known, requires the government to release children from government custody without unnecessarily delay to sponsors, like parents or adult relatives. Court filing argues the Flores settlement was meant to be temporary. The Biden administration has prepared a federal regulation that it says implements the requirements spelled out in the settlement, plus additional protections. Immigration attorneys have expressed concern over the lack of outside oversight if the Flores settlement is terminated. Today, former President Donald Trump is due back in a Manhattan courtroom after hitting the campaign trail in New Jersey over the weekend. The prosecution's star witness, Trump's former fixer, Michael Cohen, is expected to take the witness stand and give testimony describing the circumstances of his so-called hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels ahead of the 2016 election. Trump's lawyers are expected to question his credibility. CBS News' Naomi Ruckham has more on what to expect today from New York.
I'm being forced to endure a Biden show trial.
Former President Donald Trump railed against his Manhattan criminal trial to a crowd of supporters in New Jersey over the weekend. Today, in court, he's expected to come face to face with his former fixer, Michael Cohen, the man at the center of the prosecution's case.
I think that Michael Cohen's testimony will be fire and brimstone.
Cohen is expected to lay out his account that he paid adult film star Stormy Daniels $130,000 to hide an alleged past sexual encounter with Trump ahead of the 2016 election. Trump faces charges of falsifying business records to cover up his reimbursement to Cohen.
He really feels that it is up to him to be able to close this all up and deliver a verdict of guilty.
Trump has denied all wrongdoing. His lawyers argue that Cohen is not a credible witness. Cohen has publicly discussed the trial as recently as last week. On Friday, Judge Juan Merchan instructed prosecutors to tell the star witness to stop talking. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
With Michael Cohen expected to take the stand, prosecutors are believed to now be in the home stretch of laying out their case. On Friday, they said they could potentially rest by the end of this week. And that's a look at some of today's top national stories. Here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got a few scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area this morning. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us those showers and storms out there. Got a few of those showers into southeastern Kansas, thunderstorms into northeastern Oklahoma, and more on the way out of central Oklahoma. Quick look at our camera 7th and range line. Got cloudy skies. Had a brief shower in Joplin earlier, but it is dry now, at least for the time being. However, scattered showers and storms will be with us through the majority of our day. Highs topping out upper 60s and lower 70s. We'll have another full look at your forecast and about some additional shower and thunderstorm chances later this week when the KOAM Morning News returns.
Good morning, I'm Elise Snowy with your KOAM News update. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office held a Community Safety Day on Saturday. The event was free of charge to the public and offered food for families as well as several activities for kids, including face painting and a bounce house. There was also a SWAT and canine demonstration. The Duquesne Police Department held a presentation Saturday for community members. The intention was to educate citizens on how they can keep communities safe, prevent future crimes, and to gain a better understanding of what the police department does and why they do it.
And we've got scattered showers and thunderstorms hanging out with us throughout today. We could see an isolated strong storm or two, but some good news. The severe threat overall is very low across the area. Highs upper 60s, low 70s, and that southwest breeze at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Again, scattered thunderstorms through the evening and overnight will eventually fall back into the upper 50s and low 60s. The scattered showers will continue through the first half of our Tuesday, clearing out by the afternoon, keeping us into the low 70s, upper 70s Wednesday. We'll have some evening thunderstorms work in Wednesday night, spend the day with us on Thursday, and scattered storms throughout the day on Friday. Clearing out this weekend, temperatures into the low 80s.
Welcome back. We have Lori Horton in the studio with us this morning, and she's here to teach us how to make some pink lemonade sandwich cookies.
Yeah,
good morning.
Good morning.
So tell me, yes.
Monday again.
Yes.
So here we are. We've got kind of a different one this morning. It's a little bit of a two-step process.
Okay.
We're going to make some really good strawberry cake mix cookies.
Ooh, yum.
Nothing too crazy. And then when we come back in the 7 o'clock hour, we're going to make a lemon buttercream filling to go in them.
That sounds so
And then we're going to make some sandwich cookies out of those.
Wonderful.
So it's a great combination. But all we're going to start with is a strawberry cake mix. And this is just whatever your favorite brand is, a whole box. Yeah, just that whole bag. But that's as far as we're going to go. You don't need to worry about any other directions on that box.
Just the mix.
Just the mix. We're going to add to that a half a cup of just regular old vegetable oil and a couple of eggs. And you don't even have to get the mixer out just yet for this one. You can easily do this by hand. Don't dirty too many extra dishes, but we're gonna just mix that up really thoroughly and make sure that all of that oil and those eggs get intercombined slowly, unless you like to clean up a mess. It's not going to add a lot of color, so you'll notice on our recipe that you'll be able to find online, you can add a little bit of pink food coloring to that.
Just to brighten it up a
Yeah,
little bit.
exactly. It's optional. So if you don't like to add a lot of that extra artificial color, leave it as it is. There's already some in the cake mix, so it's going to come out pink. Don't worry. But if you want to just brighten it up, make it a little summery, little extra. But if you do that, make sure that you're using a gel color or the type of color you'd use in your frosting that's really thick. You don't want to use the watery Easter egg dye colors because you're
mess with the texture of the cookies.
You're going to add a little too much extra liquid to it. So when you get done, you're going to get a nice soft, just kind of a thick cake mix look to it.
Yes.
And then we are going to dump in about a quarter of a cup of white chocolate chips.
Yum.
Yeah, it's going to sweeten it up a little bit if you love white chocolate. And these are kind of optional too. You don't have to. I actually really love this with just regular chocolate chips in it.
Oh, yeah.
And I like to use the mini ones. So, it's whatever you love the best. You can kind of play with that a little bit. There's so many varieties of chocolate chips now. They're not all chocolate, they're everything. So You can change up your cake mix flavor on this and change up your chips and really come up with some creative combinations there that's kind of fun to make your taste. So, this would be great with a chocolate cake mix, peanut butter chips, and then make a peanut butter filling.
Well, we'll just have to have you make that one time.
We'll come back and do that another day. But today we're sticking with that strawberry lemonade. So once we get it all mixed up, you can see it's got a good consistency. It's not really sticking to my bowl a lot. And then we're just going to take a small cookie scoop and we're going to put this on our pan. And you guys know I love these pre-cut parchment papers. They make life so much easier. Yes. But you definitely want to line that pan because this is a soft cookie. You can see it's a very soft dough. And it just makes it a lot easier on cleanup, and it cooks nice and easy.
And you want about that 2 inches apart from the cookies.
Yeah, they don't spread a lot, but they do a little. So give them a little room. When those go on there, you could even sprinkle them with just a little bit of sparkly pink sanding sugar, make them really festive. Yes. And then you're going to bake that at 350 for about 9 minutes, maybe a little more on a rainy morning like today. But just watch them, they'll lightly brown. They're not going to change a lot. And then when we come back, we'll make our filling.
Wonderful. Stick around. Thanks so much, Lori.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, now 6:21 on this Monday morning. We have a few isolated showers, scattered showers out there across parts of southeastern Kansas, back into Oklahoma, and more organized thunderstorm activity rolling in from central Oklahoma. Let's begin in northeastern Oklahoma. Jay getting ready to get in on a pretty decent thunder shower there just south of Grove. Vanita, Miami getting in on some showers and thunderstorms. Nowata, you've got heavier rain, you've got more thunderstorms getting ready to roll into the area. Back across southeastern Kansas into Missouri, a few isolated to widely scattered showers out there. Fort Scott, Pittsburgh, you're probably getting a little bit of a pause in rain, a little more on the way. Mound City, Nevada, you're getting ready to get in on some rain. Lamar as well. And then back to our south and west is this line of showers and storms. Now again, early this morning, there were a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings with this activity. No new warnings or anything like that at this point. There is the remote possibility of a strong to low-grade severe thunderstorm today, but the good news is that overall risk is relatively low. So it's not to say we won't see a stronger storm or two, but the risk overall is fairly low out there, which is some good news. But here comes that line of showers and storms. Now continue to lift off to the east and northeast. We'll see additional development through the day, more showers and thunderstorms. We do have a very low risk for tornadoes, hail, and wind, primarily in our southeastern counties. And again, we could see a strong storm or two outside of these zones, but even in our southeastern counties, the overall threat today is relatively low. The worst of the severe weather expected to stay across the Gulf Coast. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. That's going to be the phrase for the next few days out there, and that will be what sticks with us all day today. We'll have pauses here and there, so some of us may even get a little sunshine, maybe a little warmer than your neighbors, but on average, we are not looking to be too terribly warm or too terribly cold today. Scattered storms will continue overnight and be with us as we start our Tuesday, and by about noon, the last of those showers and storms will be rolling on out of here ahead of additional chances later this week. That's a nice shot from our camera, 7th and range line, some of those clouds out there. Did have a stray shower in Joplin earlier. It is gone now. 63, winds are calm, and it is otherwise cloudy. Temperatures around the region, low to mid 60s. Save Independence sitting at 58 right now. But otherwise, again, a cool but otherwise not bad start to the day. Scattered showers and thunderstorms through the morning hours, about 65 by 11 o'clock. Temperatures kind of fluctuating out there. And again, some of you may be a little warmer than your neighbors. Some of you may be a little cooler than your neighbors. But otherwise, on average, we're looking at highs into the upper 60s, low 70s. Southwest breeze at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Scattered storms through the evening and overnight, and will eventually drop back down into the upper 50s and low 60s. As we go into Wednesday night through Thursday, more showers and thunderstorms. A little better chances on Thursday, but we'll continue with these showers and thunderstorm chances even into Friday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms once again, and they'll be with us, as you can see, through the majority of the day. As this upper level disturbance, this low rolls on through, we're going to hold on to shower and thunderstorm chances through our Friday, and we'll start to clear out as we head into the weekend. So got a lot more rain chances on the way. So tomorrow, low 70s, the morning showers, maybe a couple of thunderstorms. Wednesday, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Warmer though, upper 70s. Then by late evening, overnight, more showers and storms. Thunderstorms on Thursday, scattered storms on Friday. And then by this weekend, Mother Nature giving us a bit of a break and doing it at just the right time as well. We got a pretty dry weekend, not bad. Warmer as well, low 80s out there. Low 80s heading into next week. More thunderstorm chances next week as well. That's a check of your forecast, and we're going to send it over to Elise with Health Watch.
Thank you, Chris. Monitoring blood pressure at home and self-adjusting medication dosage may be an effective way to treat hypertension in the long term. Excuse me. A study published in JAMA Network Open found that when patients self-administered tests and treatment based on a plan approved by their doctor, it reduced blood pressure when compared to usual care methods. The simple, inexpensive interventions also didn't increase adverse events or healthcare use. Researchers in Europe say hospitals may be underestimating the risk of Legionella bacteria in their water systems. The findings published in the journal Science of the Total Environment suggested that hospitals could reduce the risk by increasing water temperature by about 9 degrees at endpoints. Legionella can be a type of pneumonia called Legionnaire's disease that's more dangerous for those with underlying conditions. Scientists at the University of California, San Diego are exploring a possible link between changes in metabolism and the development of autism spectrum disorder. While there are known genetic risk factors, the researchers say their studies showed children with ASD had strikingly different ways their body responds to metabolic stress. The scientists think the research could help lead to better detection methods and potential medications to manage autism symptoms. That's a look at some of today's top health stories. We'll be right back. Right now at 6:30, Christine's Vineyard in Webb City held a Mother's Day brunch yesterday.
And we've got a few scattered showers and thunderstorms out there this morning. More showers and thunderstorms on the way. We'll have a look at that forecast, get you out the door coming up.
Plus, a Missouri man creates a venue to encourage sobriety and a love of music.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:29. I'm Elise Noe.
And I'm Chris Warner. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Great Mother's Day, a lot
Absolutely.
going on.
Great weather,
and
too.
It was
really
a beautiful
was.
weekend. We needed a break from all the
Certainly.
severe weather we got over the past couple of weeks. Just some wild severe weather. Thankfully, we got that pause. Unfortunately, though, we do have more showers and thunderstorms on the way into the area. Many of us already getting some of those. The good news is while we could see a strong storm or two, the severe threat is nowhere near what it was over the last couple of weeks. It's fantastic. I mean, we can deal with the rain and storms as long as we don't have to deal with the significant severe weather. Let's start with a look at the Skywatch Storm Tracker. And as you can see, a few scattered showers out there, thunderstorms into northeastern Oklahoma. We're going to begin our tour into southeastern Kansas, southwest Missouri. So Columbus, just south of Parsons, Independence, Coffeyville, Sedan. These showers and storms continuing to lift off to the north and to the east. Pittsburgh, you're getting a little bit of a break, maybe a sprinkle or two. North of Lamar, southwest of Nevada, into Fort Scott, Mound City, some of these showers out there. We head into northeastern Oklahoma. We got at least a lightning strike with this cell that's just north of Jay. So we are starting to see some intensification with some thunderstorm activity. Showers through Miami, Veneta, Strang, back toward Nowata, and into Bartlesville, Ramona. And this is where the heavier rain is. This is where a little more lightning is. The actual going on thunderstorms. And then just to the southwest of Claremore. All of this rolling to the north and to the east. So here's this batch of showers and storms. It had some severe thunderstorm warnings earlier this morning. That is not the case now. We also want to look back behind it. Stretching back down toward Oklahoma City and then out southwest of Wichita and west of Ponca City, we're seeing more showers and storms. So we will continue to see showers and thunderstorms rotate through the area. And they'll be with us through the majority of our day. And as I mentioned, a strong storm or two is possible, but the good news is overall the severe threat across the area is extremely low, which is great news. We do not need any more of that. Temperatures low to mid 60s across the region. Again, save Independence sitting at 58 right now. Kids getting on the bus, scattered showers and storms 62. South breeze at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. When that bus brings them home, still scattered storms about 70. Southwest breeze breeze at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. So depending with the breaks in these storms, some of you may see a little more sunshine. So some of us may be a little warmer, maybe a little cooler, but on average, we're looking at highs upper 60s, low 70s, and scattered thunderstorm chances will continue through the day into tonight and the first half of our Tuesday. We'll talk more about these thunderstorm chances and additional shower and thunderstorm chances later this week, and that's coming up in the full forecast here a little later. Elise?
All right, we'll see you soon. Christine's Vineyard in Webb City held a Mother's Day brunch yesterday. The Vineyard encouraged patrons to spend Mother's Day with them, and the Vineyard, which usually opens at 1 p.m. on Sunday, opened at 11 a.m.
The importance of getting out and, having a fun time, maybe sharing a drink with that too. Being able to listen to some live music while also celebrating the people you love.
They offered a wide selection of food and wines off their menu, as well as the presence of live music. Well, if you've passed by the North Park Mall recently, you might have seen a carnival going on. The North Park Mall welcomes the Evans United Carnival Show, and those who wanted to attend are met with free parking and admission. The carnival boasts plenty of activities for all ages, including rides, games, and carnival food.
They come and enjoy themselves and, take their mind off other things, because everybody's day-to-day life is different, but, it gives you a chance to take your mind off all that stuff. I hope everybody comes out and, maybe relives their childhood for a little bit.
The carnival ran through May 9th. The venue in St. Louis is giving people an opportunity to hear and perform music without alcohol. The Garage at the Intersection will host its first show May 18th. The musician and business owner Aaron Perlett is one of those people behind it.
It checks a lot of boxes for me in terms of it creates a safe space for people who might not want to be surrounded by alcohol when they play music. It has essentially everything you need. If you want to just walk in with your instruments and start playing, you could do that.
Perlett teamed up with Hope Creates to open the venue. Hope Creates is a nonprofit that helps people recover from drug and alcohol abuse. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. The Biden administration plans to cap credit card late fees, but it won't be taking effect as expected this week. And rain chances return. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Skywatch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. In Consumer Watch this morning, a delay with issuing driver's licenses and ID cards could create a problem for North Carolina voters. Voters need an ID in order to vote, and with North Carolina's primary election quickly approaching next week, some people are worried they won't be allowed to cast a ballot. Sean Gallagher picks up the story.
Things heat up quick inside Kim Best's salon. Waiting on her ID is cutting into how she does everything.
Just disappointed, really, because I got a lot of things that I got to do, and it puts a damper in that.
So she set out to check her mail to find out if today's the day she'll get her ID.
Yeah, it's not there.
It's affecting about 50,000 customers a week, so it is significant.
The DMV says their normal 15-day turnaround time for physical licenses or IDs has jumped to 6 weeks after a contractor printed more than 2,000 IDs it shouldn't have.
We had to freeze production and pull those 2,100 out of the batch.
But it's doing more than just slowing down Best's business.
I'm just shocked, and I won't be able to vote without it.
The temporary paper IDs are not accepted at the polls. There are solutions. There are other acceptable forms of IDs like a passport, or you can get a free voter ID at your county board of elections. But Kim says she doesn't have a passport or a voter ID card like this one. So come Tuesday, she's unsure if she's going to be able to cast a ballot.
Well, our ancestors fought for it, so not being able to vote, yeah, that's an issue for me. It really is a big issue.
There is a third option. Voters without an ID can fill out a photo ID exception form. You check off the third box on this form that says, I applied for a photo ID but have not received it. So Kim says she'll be there Tuesday.
And I'm always out there at the polls voting.
New ID in hand, or more than likely, not.
The North Carolina DMV doesn't have a timeline for when things will get back to normal. The Biden administration plan to cap credit card late fees at $8 won't be taking effect as expected this week. A federal judge in Texas temporarily blocked the plan after a legal challenge from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and the American Banks Association. Both groups applauded the ruling, and the fate of the case may ultimately be decided by the U.S. Supreme Court. Employees at an Apple store in Towson, Maryland have voted to authorize a strike, though they have not decided just when they'll walk off the job. The union, the International Association of Mechanics and Aerospace Workers Coalition of Organized Retail Employees, says the action was prompted by concerns over work-life balance and wages. The Towson location was the first U.S. Apple store to unionize nearly 2 years ago. Meanwhile, another app store in Short Hills, New Jersey, voted against unionization over the weekend. And Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes ruled the weekend box office, following up a trilogy of films and earning around $56.5 million domestically in its debut. The Fallout Guy tumbled to the number 2 spot, bringing in just over $13 million, and Challengers came in third with $4.7 million. Artificial intelligence is being used in the safety analytics space to reduce accidents in the workplace and workers' complaints. Claudia Calton has more on the story.
Artificial intelligence is now being used in factories and warehouses to help protect people who work around forklifts, conveyor belts, and other heavy machinery. We checked out the system being used at Girlinger Steel outside Sacramento. Software made by San Francisco-based Comp Science processes video recorded on the company's existing security cameras and then highlights potential dangers. The colored boxes show where a worker almost tripped over steel beams or got too close to a moving forklift.
It's given them something obvious to look at, a true example, rather than someone like me just going and saying, hey, you know you're not supposed to be standing next to that lift while it's moving, right?
The software can also see if a worker risks hurting themselves, for instance, from lifting heavy loads the wrong way.
It's a set of tools that help companies understand the risks that their employees are exposed to, and really engineer that risk out of the facility to prevent accidents from happening.
The technology scans thousands of hours of visual data and then offers recommendations on ways to improve safety. There's no facial recognition involved. The idea here isn't to punish anyone, but rather to reduce accidents and lower workers' comp claims. Depending on the size of the area being monitored, the price tag ranges from a few thousand to a few $100,000. But some workplace accidents, like a back injury, can cost more than that over time, and a workplace death can run into the millions. Employees we spoke to say they appreciate this added level of safety information. They say they can see where the hidden dangers are and learn how to avoid them to get home safe after work.
That's it for Consumer Watch. Here's Chris with another look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got some scattered showers and thunderstorms out there this morning. More of those on the way. We have a few of these showers now into Bourbon and Vernon counties. Up to the north, we've got a few more scattered showers and storms also down in the northeastern Oklahoma. This thunderstorm just to the northeast of Jay, southeast of Grove, around the Grand Lake area. Scattered showers through Miami. More thunderstorms, heavier rain back to the west. So Newada, 169 south, and if you're taking I-44 down toward Tulsa and Claremore, that's where that heavier shower activity is. And some decent rain showers now in our southern counties into southeastern Kansas. So Chautauqua, Labette, Montgomery, Cherokee counties getting in on some of these showers as well. And then we'll watch this complex of storms as it rotates through. More storms developing behind it, both to the southwest and out due west. And that's what's going to keep our thunderstorm chances going as we head through the morning. So we'll continue to watch this rotate through. We'll get those scattered showers and storms. There is the remote possibility of a strong to low-grade severe thunderstorm with this activity, but the good news is at this point that risk is very low. It's not zero. It is still severe weather season, but it's very low, especially compared to last week. Here's a quick look at where that risk area is. A low-end risk for tornadoes, hail, wind, and again, primarily into our southeastern counties. And as you can see, that risk is low. And again, a stray strong storm or two be possible outside outside of that zone as well. We're going to break down what we're expecting with these thunderstorm chances and what else is on the way this week here in just a moment. It's also about time to celebrate birthdays and anniversaries. Those are coming up after the break. But first, let's see what's happening on CBS Mornings.
I'm Vladimir Dutip. Coming up on CBS Mornings, David Begnaud shares some good news with an update on his story about tiny wheelchairs being made for very sick children. Plus, the multi-talented John Krasinski talks about his latest project, the star-studded film If. That's coming up on CBS Mornings.
Sonic Crispy Tender Wraps.
Time for some Monday birthdays here in the 4 states, and we're going to begin with Maisley Hernandez celebrating birthday number 3. A very happy birthday to you.
And a happy 4th birthday to Weston Shanholzer from McCune. It says happy birthday from Mom, Dad, and Walker.
And in Parsons, Landon Wheat celebrating birthday number 18. Says celebrating his birthday and graduation on the same day. What a day of celebration for Landon. Says love Mom, Dad, Ethan, Aiden, and the grandparents.
And over in Carthage, a happy birthday to Jake Clements, who's celebrating birthday number 54.
And in Frontenac, John Mirando celebrating birthday number 59. Happy birthday, John.
And a happy birthday to Pam Jacquinot from St. Paul, who's turning 73 today.
And in Columbus, Charlie Epler celebrating another year wiser. A very happy birthday to you, Charlie.
Happy 83rd birthday to Joyce Woods from Baxter Springs.
Also in Columbus, Jimmy Freeman celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday.
And last but not least, Elaine Newton is celebrating birthday number 86. Happy birthday, Elaine.
All right, another fantastic list of birthdays here in the 4 states. And of course, we love celebrating with these with you folks at home. Elise has the deets on what you need to know if you want to celebrate with us.
Yes, go ahead and submit your birthdays and anniversaries to birthdays at KOAMnewsnow.com. Be sure to include those messages and photos and to meet the deadline that you see at the bottom of your screen.
Absolutely, and as I mentioned, we love celebrating these with you all as you're here on the KOAM Morning News. All right, let's take a look at Skywatch Storm Tracker. We've got showers, we've got scattered thunderstorms across the area, and those are going to continue with us through the entire day. Got a good batch of showers and thunderstorms across parts of northeastern Oklahoma, starting to edge into parts of southeastern Kansas, and we've had some isolated showers, scattered showers, even a couple of thunderstorms ahead of that batch as well. Let's start our tour in Oklahoma. We've got this thunderstorm northeast of Jay getting ready to roll into Southwest City around the Grand Lake area. Some more showers and storms, scattered showers and storms up into Ottawa County and Miami. Back down to the south and to the west. Veneta, you're in a little bit of a pause, but look to your west. More showers and storms. Newata getting in on it. Bartlesville down toward Claremore as you head southwest on I-44. Cherokee, Labette, Montgomery, Chautauqua counties in southeastern Kansas, all with some scattered showers, couple of rumbles of thunder, and then around Fort Scott and Nevada, Mound City, just outside of Butler, north of Lamar. Some additional showers and thunderstorms. We'll watch this batch of showers and storms as it rolls through. It's gradually going to lift off to the east-northeast. More development taking place back to the south and west, and more development expected out across the west. That's why, again, these will be scattered storms. We'll get pauses here and there, but we will see scattered thunderstorm chances with us all day today. All of this activity, again, lifting off to the east-northeast. There have been a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings with this line much earlier this morning out when it was near I-35. No warnings or anything of that nature with it now, but a stray strong to low-grade severe thunderstorm is possible. The greater chances of seeing a stronger storm or two are in these highlighted areas where you have a low-end risk for a tornado or two, some hail, and damaging wind gusts. Now, of course, we could still see a strong storm outside of that zone, but that's where the better chances are, and even those chances relatively low, but not zero. We head through the day, thunderstorms, scattered showers and storms. They'll continue, and as you see on the future track, there will be pauses here and there across the area, but we'll still get showers and thunderstorms. Another pause late this evening. We'll see a few more scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two as we head toward tomorrow morning. And by about noon tomorrow, the last of this activity rolling on off to our east. We get on the backside of this system. That's going to get these showers and storms out of here for at least a little bit before we see additional shower and thunderstorm chances. Take a look at this shot. Our camera 7th and range line looks pretty cool. You can see where some of that rain is falling off to the northwest of Joplin. 63 east-southeast breeze at about 10 miles an hour. Temperatures around the area, Independence, Iola, both at 59 as a couple of the cooler spots. Pittsburgh joining them now as well. The rest of us low to mid 60s out there. We get our morning started. It is going to have we're going to have those scattered showers and thunderstorms. 65 by 11. Temperatures will be kind of fluctuating out there. They'll bounce back and forth here and there. And same with our highs. Depending on what kind of break in the storms you see, if you get some sunshine in there besides just the clouds, some of you may be a little warmer, some of you a little cooler, but on average highs today, upper 60s to the low 70s with those scattered storms and a southwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Heading into the evening, again, scattered showers and thunderstorms. They'll continue overnight. We'll fall back into the upper 50s and lower 60s. Then by late Wednesday evening into the overnight, more showers and thunderstorms on the way. And again, at this point, nothing screaming severe, which is good news. That is great news because that's not what we need. But more thunderstorms throughout the day on Thursday. We're looking for a little more organized thunderstorm activity throughout the day. So more consistent thunderstorms and fewer breaks out there is what I mean. We go into Friday, again, more scattered showers and thunderstorms. So there'll be pauses here and there, but those chances will be with us all day on Friday. And it won't be until the weekend, which is perfect timing, that we start to see a bit of a pause in some of this rain activity. We're going to details on that pause and how the forecast is looking, plus the news you need to know here in just a moment. And when we make the switch to Fox 14 at 7 a.m., he's a gym teacher by day, but a rapper by night. Hear how one Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania teacher is sharing his love of battle rapping.
James Allen, a four-state hero.
Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office held a Community Safety Day Saturday. The event was free of charge to the public and offered food for families as well as several activities for kids, including face painting and a bounce house. There was also a SWAT and canine demonstration. The Duquesne Police Department held a presentation Saturday for community members. The intention was to educate citizens on how they can help keep communities safe, prevent future crimes, and to gain a better understanding of what the police department does and why they do it. And the North Park Mall welcomed the Evans United Carnival Show. Those who attended were met with free parking and admission. The carnival boasts plenty of activities for all ages, including rides, games, and carnival food. That's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.
And we're going to have scattered showers and thunderstorms for us today. Again, a strong storm or two is possible, but the good news is the overall severe threat low. Southwest winds about 5 to 10, highs upper 60s and low 70s. Isolated to widely scattered showers through the evening and thunderstorms again as we go overnight into our Tuesday. Upper 50s, low 60s for our lows. And as we head into tomorrow, again, showers for the first half of our Tuesday clearing out. Wednesday, warmer, upper 70s, more thunderstorms late Wednesday night through Thursday and into Friday. And we clear out for the weekend, low to mid 80s out there and dry. A beautiful weekend ahead of more shower and thunderstorm chances as we head into next week. So enjoy this weekend.
Absolutely. Well, coming up today at noon, we're making Southern baked beans in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
And your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings. There's a new shopping trend that's cashing in on things we don't want. Coming up on CBS Mornings, see how your returns are giving the rest of us bargains on everything from clothing to electronics.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, cast members of the production of Promises, Promises at the Joplin Little Theater join us in the studio.
Plus, Lori Horton back in the studio to finish up those pink lemonade sandwich cookies, and they smell amazing, by the way. That's going to wrap it up for us for now, though. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.
Than ever. You'll be jamming out Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, May 17th through the 19th.